Rhinoceroses, the armored giants of the grasslands, stand as some of the most powerful and iconic creatures on Earth. These magnificent beasts belong to the ancient family Rhinocerotidae, distinguished by their immense size, thick protective skin, and distinctive horns. Today, only 5 species survive across Africa and Asia, all of which are endangered due to relentless poaching and devastating habitat loss. Rhinoceroses are among the largest land mammals on Earth, true titans of the savanna and forest. Their sheer mass is staggering. Depending on the species, an adult can weigh from 800 kilograms for the smaller Sumatran rhino to an incredible 3,500 kilograms for a male white rhino, heavier than many SUVs. This immense size is a living link to a prehistoric world of giants. But this bulk is deceptive. When a rhino moves, it is a force of nature. These giants can explode into a gallop, reaching speeds of 50 kilometers per hour. This surprising agility allows them to charge with terrifying speed, whether defending a calf or asserting dominance. They can also pivot with shocking quickness, making them incredibly dangerous when threatened. Their protection begins with their skin, a remarkable piece of natural engineering. It can be up to 5 centimeters deep and is folded into plates that give the animal the appearance of wearing armor. These folds, especially prominent in Asian species, help with thermoregulation by trapping moisture. To protect their skin from sun and parasites, rhinos frequently take mud baths, giving them their characteristic earthy coating. Of course, their most iconic feature is the horn. Contrary to myth, it is not bone. It's composed entirely of keratin, the same protein in our hair and fingernails, forming a dense mass of fibers that grows continuously. This horn is a vital multi-purpose tool, a weapon against predators, a shovel for digging for water, and a delicate instrument for guiding their young. For males, the horn is a symbol of status, used in dominance displays that can escalate into violent conflicts. To navigate their world, rhinos rely on a unique sensory toolkit. Their eyesight is notoriously poor, they are nearsighted and struggle to identify stationary objects from a distance. But they compensate with exceptional hearing and an acute sense of smell. Their large, trumpet-like ears rotate independently, pinpointing the faintest sounds. Their sense of smell is their primary window to the world, used to detect danger, find food, and read chemical messages left by other rhinos. Finally, their mouths reveal a masterpiece of adaptation. The shape of a rhino's lips tells its life story. The white rhino, a grazer, has broad, square lips for mowing down grass. The black rhino, a browser, has a pointed, prehensile upper lip it uses like a finger to pluck leaves and shoots from bushes. This simple difference allows them to thrive side by side without competing for food. They are living relics, survivors from an age of megafauna. The rhinoceros family, once roaming across continents in dozens of forms, is now represented by just 5 distinct species. Each is a masterpiece of evolution, a heavyweight herbivore clinging to existence in a world that is rapidly changing around them. Let's meet these magnificent 5, starting in the grasslands of Africa. The southern white rhinoceros is a true giant, the largest of the 5 and one of the biggest land animals on Earth. Weighing up to 2.5 tons, their name is a curious misnomer, likely a mistranslation of the Afrikaans word for wide, describing their broad, square lip. This feature is a perfect adaptation for their lifestyle as bulk grazers, mowing down vast quantities of grass. They are the most social of the rhinos, often found in groups called crashes, a testament to their relatively placid nature. In contrast, the black rhinoceros is a more solitary and notoriously agile creature. Though smaller than its white cousin, it's known for a more inquisitive and sometimes aggressive temperament. The key to its identity lies in its pointed prehensile upper lip. This dexterous tool functions like a finger, allowing the black rhino to selectively browse on leaves, shoots, and branches from shrubs and trees. This adaptability allows it to thrive in a wider range of habitats, from dense forests to arid scrublands across Africa. So, the distinction between Africa's 2 rhino species has nothing to do with their color. Both are a similar shade of gray. It is entirely about diet, defined by the shape of their mouths. One, a wide-mouthed grazer, the other, a hook-lipped browser. This fundamental difference dictates their behavior, their habitat, and their entire way of life. Journeying to Asia, we meet the greater one-horned or Indian rhinoceros. This formidable animal looks like a creature from a prehistoric age, clad in thick, folded skin that resembles a suit of armor. Inhabiting the tall grasslands and forests of India and Nepal, they are powerful swimmers and spend much of their day wallowing in mud or water to stay cool and protect their skin. Once hunted to the brink of extinction, the Indian rhino is a remarkable conservation success story, its population rebounding thanks to stringent protection. Far more perilous is the fate of the Javan rhinoceros. With a single small population confined to Indonesia's Ujung Kulon National Park, it is arguably the rarest large mammal on the planet. Resembling a smaller, less armored version of the Indian rhino, this species is incredibly elusive. They are ghosts of the forest, so rarely seen that much of what we know comes from camera traps. Every single individual is precious, representing the last hope for a species teetering on the absolute edge of extinction. Also found in Indonesia is the Sumatran rhinoceros, the smallest and most ancient of the living species. It is the only Asian rhino with two horns, and is covered in long reddish-brown hair, a direct link to its extinct ancestor, the woolly rhino. These shy forest dwellers are also highly vocal, communicating with a range of sounds from whistles to wail-like moans. Tragically, with only a few dozen individuals left in fragmented pockets of jungle, the Sumatran rhino is critically endangered, its song fading from the world. 5 species separated by continents and millions of years of evolution. From the social grazers of the savanna to the solitary browsers of the jungle, each rhino is a unique and irreplaceable branch on the tree of life. They are architects of their ecosystems and living monuments of a wilder past. Their survival now rests entirely in our hands. Rhinoceroses are generally solitary creatures, coming together primarily for mating. They mark their territories with scent, establishing clear boundaries in their domain. Despite their fearsome appearance, rhinos are generally peaceful and less threatened. They communicate through a variety of vocalizations and scent markers. One of their most important behaviors is mud wallowing. This serves multiple purposes, cooling their massive bodies and protecting their skin from insects and sun. The mud acts as a natural sunscreen and insect repellent, essential for their survival. All rhinoceroses are herbivores, playing crucial roles in their ecosystems. Grazers like white rhinos help shape savannas by keeping grasslands open. Browsers like black rhinos consume shrubs and small trees, influencing plant growth patterns. Their dung serves as vital fertilizer, recycling nutrients throughout the ecosystem and supporting plant diversity. Female rhinoceroses reach sexual maturity at 6 to 7 years of age. After a gestation period of 15 to 16 months, females give birth to a single calf. The bond between mother and calf is incredibly strong. Calves remain with their mothers for up to 3 years, learning essential survival skills. During this time, they learn where to find food, water, and safe shelter. In the wild, rhinoceroses typically live 35 to 50 years, becoming true elders of their domain. The greatest threat to rhinoceros survival is poaching, driven by demand for their horns. Despite having no proven medicinal properties, rhino horn remains a status symbol and supposed cure-all. Habitat loss from agriculture and deforestation compounds the crisis. Small, fragmented populations become increasingly vulnerable to extinction. Conservation efforts include anti-poaching patrols, habitat protection, and international cooperation. Translocations and breeding programs help establish new populations and genetic diversity. The recovery of the southern white rhinoceros from near extinction proves that conservation works. International bans on horn trade and modern technology give hope for the future. The story of the rhinoceros is deeply interwoven with our own, a narrative that begins in the deep past. For tens of thousands of years, these creatures have captured the human imagination. In the flickering torchlight of ancient caves like Chauvet in France, our ancestors painted them on stone walls with reverence. These were not just records of local fauna, they were potent symbols of a world filled with formidable power. Across cultures, the rhino took on mythical status. In Asia, folklore imbued its horn with mystical properties, a belief that would tragically fuel a modern crisis. Some historians even speculate that garbled accounts of the Indian rhinoceros, carried along ancient trade routes, may have inspired the European legend of the unicorn, a testament to the rhino's ability to inspire fantasy from a distance. As centuries passed, the rhino's image journeyed from cave walls into art and science. Perhaps no depiction is more famous than Albrecht Dürer's 1515 woodcut. Created from only a written description, Dürer's rhino is a fantastical creation, clad in armor-like plates. Despite its inaccuracies, this single image became the definitive European representation of the rhinoceros for over 200 years. powerfully shaping our perception of the natural world. From a monstrous beast in medieval bestiaries, to a symbol of unyielding strength in royal heraldry, the rhinoceros has always represented something more than just an animal. It has been a canvas for our fears, our fascination with the exotic, and our admiration for raw power and endurance. Today, that symbolism has undergone a profound transformation. The rhino is no longer just a symbol of strength but also of profound vulnerability. In the face of a relentless poaching crisis, the rhinoceros has become one of the most recognizable icons of the global conservation movement. Its image on emblems and campaign posters is a stark reminder of what we stand to lose. It represents our collective responsibility to protect the planet's most threatened wildlife. The rhino is a flagship species. Its plight galvanizes support, not just for its own survival, but for the protection of the vast, complex habitats it calls home. These are living relics of a prehistoric time, megafauna whose ancestors survived ice ages and cataclysmic change. They are a vital link to our planet's deep past, and a reminder of its incredible biodiversity. But their value is not merely symbolic. Rhinoceroses are keystone species, true ecosystem engineers. Their grazing and browsing patterns create diverse habitats for smaller herbivores. Their dung fertilizes the soil, and the mud wallows they carve out become crucial water sources for countless other creatures. Their survival is intricately linked to the health of entire ecosystems. Protecting rhinoceroses means preserving the wild spaces that sustain all life. The future of these magnificent armored giants rests in our hands. Their fate will be a testament to our moral character, a measure of our willingness to coexist with the wild. The choice is ours, to be the generation that allows these ancient beings to fade into legend, or the one that ensures they continue to walk the earth, a living symbol of a world where humanity and nature can, and must, thrive together.